Hello, friends, and welcome to another day of daily devotions through Manitowoc Cooperative Ministry. I'm co-pastor Matt Sauer. Today we're going to take a look at Psalm 138. After some shorter psalms, this is a little bit longer one, so I encourage you to pause this video and go ahead and read through the whole thing for yourself, and then we'll come together and just focus on a small section. It reminds me that if you don't have a Bible of your own and you would like one, please reach out to me in any way that you can, and we will make sure that you get one. Let's take a look at verse 8. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Now you're reading this, so the me is not me, the me is you. But what I love about this is it affirms that God has a purpose for you. I know that many of us spend a long amounts of time trying to figure out what our purpose may be. It's not just young people in their junior and senior years in high school or in college. There's all of us that figure out what our purpose is. And our purpose doesn't necessarily mean our career, because that's work. And we do work because we need to, but it's not always our passion. Our purpose in life is what drives us and what gives us passion. So people can work for years and retire and then finally be able to give themselves over completely to the fullness of their purpose. Many people are able to have their work and their purpose, and they give time to each. I can remember my grandfather, him and my grandmother, Erin and Dorothy, were foster parents to over 104 children throughout their lifetime. Some of them they adopted, some of them weren't able to be adopted. Many of them lived a vast portion of their childhood and all called them mom and dad, and then for us, the next generation as grandparents. But I can remember my grandfather saying after he had some massive heart attacks in the 70s, which were much more a harder thing to deal with than they are with today's medical technology. But I remember him saying that he wasn't scared during that time because he knew that God had not yet finished with him, that he had not yet fulfilled his purpose. And his purpose was to be a parent. He said, as long as there are still kids living in the house, I know that God still has work for me to do. So your purpose doesn't always have to be what earns you money. God has a purpose for you. Through prayer, through reflection, through trial and error is how you figure out what your purpose is. Us pastors help people sometimes through spiritual direction. A lot of times it's just through trial and error. Is where is your purpose? Where is your passion? And sometimes the world laughs at you when you tell them what your purpose is. Sometimes even our own family are not very supportive. But nonetheless, God has a purpose for you. Now, each one of our purposes is unique, but I believe that in that purpose, all of us will carry it out in love. Love for one another. Love that is gentle and kind and compassionate. Our purpose in life is never going to be to hurt others or to make life more difficult for others. Our true purpose as a child of God, loved and graced, is to share love and mercy so that all may receive the gift of grace from God. Somewhere in your purpose will be those things. Let's take a moment and pray that your purpose will be made more clear to you. Most gracious God, we are thankful that you have a purpose for us even if we have not discovered it. We ask that you will slow our lives down, that you will unstop our ears and our hearts so we might hear and know your presence. And in listening to you, we'll find the purpose in our life. Let us not be afraid to fail. Let us not be overcome by the negative voices, but to simply rest in your arms as our purpose is made known. Amen. Friends, remember you are worthy, you are loved, and you are created to be a blessing today. So go and be a blessing in the world in some way, somehow. And have an awesome day.